everyone. How to think out of the box. And this video goes to a group of friends of mine, of girlfriends. And we met last August in Mysore and we practiced together for 2 weeks. And I think I had one of the sweetest meetings of my life with these women that are so beautiful and powerful, and each one of them it's always in my heart, and I miss you and I love you, and I know each one of you is a serious practitioner, and I know we're all together in this amazing path of yoga. So how can yoga take us out of the box? Wow, that's a big one. How can we finally crystallize our dreams and become who we really are, in between being mothers, in between being professionals, in between being girlfriends? How can we grow in the middle of material demands and at the same time be able to stay with the practice and keep moving? So I think one of the answers for me especially, I have been through a lot of turmoil in the past months, and finding this group of women last August was such a beautiful gift for me. So I think sangha is one of the answers. It's finding your tribe, it's finding those that resonate with who you really are, and inspire each other, be there for each other, because the path is rough. We're climbing this Everest, and every time we think we are arriving, storm comes and wind and freezing cold, and sometimes we feel very unmotivated to keep going. And for me, connecting with these women, even through social media or through WhatsApp or having a weekly call, has been very important. I think the connection not only between women but also between men, besides men, women, or just having your group of friends and sharing. It's a very important way of keeping each other warm in this transformation, because ultimately yoga is a way of relating to the world and relating to ourselves. And when there's someone there to help us see into our blind spots, and when someone loves us and we love them, I think it's easier because we can have more empathy and compassion for each other. And once we have our sangha, once we have our community, we have our support group, that's how I call it, then we can go out in the world and experiment. And then if anything happens, we can go back to our tribe and nurture, and to our practice and to our teacher. So it's a movement in and out, and finding that balance, that pulsation is very important. We cannot do this alone. It's impossible. We need a teacher, we need guidance, we need a true teacher, a teacher with integrity. We need our daily sadhana, but also we need our peers and our friends. And that's a must for any spiritual teaching in this moment. The teaching has to be expanded from the group, from the community. It's not about us as individuals anymore. It's not about us holding the spotlight and being the best student or being the best teacher or being the best yogi. No, it's about the group holding a space for us to transform all of our thinking, because our thinking has been contaminated by all these illusions around us, and there's no way we can make it on our own without having each other as mirrors. From this connection we find a lot of generosity and joy and optimism, enthusiasm to keep going. And that's, I think, the only secret for a spiritual path. Never give up, keep going, no matter what. Fall down 8 times, fall down 9 times, get up 10, get up 12, get up 100, get up, get up, get up. And finding this inspiration in each other and watching each other fall and bleed and get up and keep going. It's one of the most important aspects of our yoga practice or spiritual practice or meditation or asana, whatever we have chosen. Even if we're serving people in karma yoga or if we're singing the name of Krishna in bhakti, it's like, who is beside you? And holding each other with care and with love and knowing this person is you. How would you treat them? Are you going to judge them? Are you going to gossip about them? Are you going to in any way hurt them? Even if they don't know, they know. Because as yogis, we are so open and so sensitive that we know when someone is speaking behind us. We know when someone is gossiping. Oh, it's so clear to me now. And it's also clear who is there for me in integrity and in purity. And that's such a blessing for me now. So instead of being swallowed by all that petty stuff, expanding our awareness into the broad perspective that we are sharing a spiritual path, and that's the maximum expression of who a human being is. That's our maximum potential. Yoga is gonna bring us to our maximum potential. But yoga is not a theory. Yoga is a practice. And the practice is maybe 2 hours on your mat or in your cushion or in your safu, and then go out into the world and share. Share that awareness, share that consciousness, and imagine things together. Today I was speaking to one of my colleagues. He's in Mexico right now, and we're planning to teach together in Europe this year. And knowing who you really love, who you can connect, and from there creating, wow, the path of creation is endless. And in these times of change, creating together is going to bring us so much joy. I'm thinking about one of my friends. She's an amazing vegan chef. Oh my God, I think I've never tasted such delicious food. And we're planning a retreat in Kenya, in Africa this year, and just we had a wonderful time last year in Italy. And that connection, not only between souls, between women, to support each other, to help each other grow, instead of like cutting each other's wings, just like setting our crowns and saying, sister, you know, I want you to shine because you're so good at what you do. You're so amazing. You're unbelievably beautiful. I think that's going to bring a lot of healing to our DNA as women. So we can define a new reality with our thinking. We can redefine ourselves through our creativity. And what about breaking those inner limits, inner limitations that we have complied to up until today? What about questioning all that weight that we have been carrying and really connecting to the yoga of love and the contact with God, the energy, the universe, however you want to call it. I love to call it my supreme being. My supreme being is above any petty issues. It's above any politics. My supreme being is always happy, is always grateful. My supreme being is beyond anything that I could imagine. And the yoga can take us into uncharted territories, of course. And we're going to have to question ourselves, our actions, our behaviors. But something I know is that nothing has come out of the status quo. All great leaders in this world have broken with the status quo. They have changed the laws, they have changed the value system, they have dared to go beyond what is known. And this fearlessness that comes from knowing the right way. Even if people say, whatever. You know where you need to head to and you start. And this is the most important thing in a spiritual path. To start, and then the second thing is to never give up. Once you find your way, you keep going. Unless at some point you realize you need to change path, which is perfectly fine. Follow a path with the heart and you always feel at ease. Follow a teacher with the heart. That's very important. And in this choice of taking the path of less resistance or taking the path that's going to lead you to truth, what are you going to choose? Because sometimes that the path that leads to truth is dark, sometimes it feels like, I don't know, there's a lot of confusion and doubt, and the other path, the easy one, is full of people and everybody's spiritual and everybody's like, let's be positive, and it's like sometimes you need to go dark and deep into who you are, into yourself, into your fears, and move there. And when that happens, life will guide you, and when that happens, God will protect you. And if you have a teacher like I do, you'll be fine. Don't worry. The fire won't burn who you really are. And doing this with joy, doing this with gratitude, instead of going in the drama of poor me, victimizing yourself, of, oh my God, this person did this to me, they're so mean, that's a waste of time. Or putting responsibilities into someone else. Everything we are experiencing in our life, we created. Once you realize that, then you're free. And then you're free to make the choices that follow. And most of all, be true to yourself. So getting out of the box is being true to yourself. What is true for you? Because it doesn't matter what is true for me. You may have a different truth. And if you have the courage to live for that, your life has a purpose. Your life has meaning. Your life is worth living if you know why are you here. So I send a big, big hug to all my sisters. I love you, I miss you, and we are connected. We are beyond the distance. I hope to see you again, either here in India or somewhere in the world. And to the rest of you yogis from everywhere, I'm here to answer your questions. It would be beautiful. If you have comments, please go ahead. And if I can help in any way in your path, that's what I'm here for. That's why I went through the fire. And I know everything is supposed to be in a certain way. And once we understand that, we are so happy and grateful. Thank you all. Namaste.